Our rope and chute has a side pull release. It opens from the side. It has a lock to lock it open where your gates don't bounce and your steers don't get ruined from breaking through. To shut it, you pull your lock, slam back. It has a bifold back gate. You pull the top rope, it slams open, pull the bottom rope, it slams shut. You'll see that there's spools here. These are designed if you buy a rope and chute extension here, and we use U-bolts for that. But in our basic arena packages, they come with panels coming up to the back of your chute. To put it up, the best way is to set your T-post right here. You're going to open your bifold back gate and drive your T-post as close to this as possible. Not bad. Now we've got our T-post set here. You'll secure your panel to the T-post. After doing this, make sure that your back gate opens and closes easily and opens all the way up. You'll come to this side and do the same thing. From there you can start building your arena. You'll put your 2-foot panel at the end of this to make your corner and go from there.
Now it's time for the manual labor. What we've done is Cody Bob told us to start right here at the edge. So we're going to lay a 10-foot panel and then a little 4-foot gate. So after we run the steers down the return alley, we can go out that gate. So basically we're going to butt this up, measure it out, and start by driving a T-post right there at the end of that 4-foot gate and string line it all the way to the end of the arena where we want it to go. That way we've got a frame of reference to start laying panels and T-posts, stand them up. My neighbor's fence is here. You don't ever want to buy one of these and just think you're going to get by using your neighbor's fence. It never works out real good. So we've got a return alley ready to set up, and we're just going to tie right into the T-posts that already are there with panels that they brought us for the return alley. That way you don't have any trouble with steers getting over. This is a high pressure area right here, so we're going to put a T-post at the end of each panel. So every panel is going to have a T-post for support. So basically we'll get started and you'll see what we're doing. We're going to drive a T-post, set a panel, measure to the end, drive another T-post, and keep pinning them as we work our way all the way to the end at 300 feet. Well, it's our second session. We didn't get started till late afternoon. We had about 4 hours last night. As you can see, we tied in our return alley on the existing fence. We brought it all the way down. Today what we're going to do is we're going to tie in down by the chutes. We're going to follow our string line all the way down here to the strip and chute. And then when we get to the strip and chute, we're going to explain how to set that up. You want it on the right side of the arena so your steers stay running straighter to the right. And we'll get to that part in just a second. We're down here, we've got our string line set. Last night the machine got here late. We got everything organized, everything put out where it needs to be. We started laying panels out. What we started with first is we know that we're going to take our chute right there, and we tied into where the chute is, where the catch pin is, and we ran our return alley all the way down the existing fence. Your neighbors will like it, you'll like it, you won't have steers pushing through the fence, so we tied in there. So this morning we ran this string line, as you can see, and this is going to be the inside of our arena, the outside of our return alley. We've laid our panels out face down with a T-post at every end. Where the pressure areas are when you're driving your steers down to the chute, this is a pressure area. That's what I would consider where they're going to try and push out or try and get back. That way we put a T-post at every panel so there's no pressure to push the panels over or knock anything out. We're going to go about halfway down the arena, and we're going to start doing it every other panel. So the way we do it, we put our gate there, we put our 10-foot panel there, we start our first post. We put our panel up, we measure to the end of the T-post, we drive another T-post, we tie in, and a simple pin system. We'll show you the pin system. You just keep pinning and following the string line. You're going to have a perfectly straight arena. It's going to look really nice, and it'll be really stout. So we'll see you in just a second. We got our return alley built. We got it done in an hour this morning like we talked about it. We're down to the end of the arena where the strip and chute goes. Now what?
Jay, now we come to our strip and chute. Probably one of the biggest questions that I have is, how do I set my strip and chute up to make it work right? The best way that I found to do it is set it to run along the fence of your return alley where your cattle stay to the right side. They will come in through the back. You'll take your rope off through the top, slide the gate open, they'll release. You set this up by having one panel connected to one corner and the other one to the other corner. If you happen to like it the other way, you just set it up on opposite corners. But you want your cattle to come out of the arena, through this chute, and into your catch pen. Then you'll go through your gate right here, bring them back and try it again.
Oh, that works perfect. I like my steers to run down the right side of the arena like you're talking about, or the middle. The way you set it up, it's cool because you can come right in, turn them loose. You've got a safety feature too, so they don't knock the gate open. I like how you've done that. And I like this wing that you've added. Sometimes in fresh cattle, it's hard to find them in.
Right.
You usually get a couple extra panels anyway. It's good to have. That way you've got a wing, they stay to the right. You got two guys rope two steers, you got a little extra room. I dig it. I'm almost ready to rope.
Let's rope.